Hi, I'm Nick Smith from Square Pegs Coaching, and as part of my work over the last years working with leaders and with their teams, I've talked about the concept of psychological safety quite often, and I thought it would be good to do a bit of a video to explain what do I mean when I talk about psychological safety, and as leaders, what can we do to bring it about. Challenger safety. We live in unprecedented times of change and uncertainty, the VUCA world. But Martin Luther King said, "Every society has its protectors of status quo and its fraternities of the indifferent, who are notorious for sleeping through revolutions. Today our very survival depends on the ability to stay awake, to adjust to new ideas, to remain vigilant and to face the challenge of change." Welch said, "If the rate of change outside the organisation exceeds the rate of change inside, we're doomed. So let's make change. We need to innovate. And it can be defensive innovation, reacting to threats, and that's when change chooses us. But that's about contributor safety. But challenger safety comes in when it's offensive change, when we want to actually react to an opportunity. We choose the change. And so we want to allow people that chance to question things and to actually bring in challenges to us. It might not be easy, it might not be comfortable, but we know that we need it in order to move forwards. If we allow, or if we prevent people from having that safety to challenge us, we condemn our team to the status quo. And we know that if we're not moving forwards, if we're stationary, then in fact we're going backwards in this world. And other people will go past us very quickly. When it comes to respect, we respect their people's ability to innovate and to come up with something new. But with permission, we give them permission to challenge the status quo in good faith. The exchange is about candor and truth for cover and protection. So we need to accept first that when it comes to this idea, if we are in power, that for people to speak to us and challenge us, it requires courage. Yes, they can speak truth, but once they have to speak opinion and raise questions, we need to make it easy for them because it takes a chunk of courage. So what sort of things can we do? I think firstly, we can bring diversity into our team because diversity brings divergent thinking, and that in itself allows for debate and argument and differing viewpoints, which is good, so long as we deal with it well. Secondly, I think we need to notice ridicule. If someone comes up with a really daft sounding idea, how do we react? Think back to contributor safety. It's our reaction on our face, in our words, in our body language. But actually, every idea might be the nub of a good idea. How often in brainstorming sessions has someone said something apparently random and weird, and yet it sparked thoughts in someone else? So we need to allow that without any hint of ridicule, laughter, whatever. I think then when it comes to positional power, a few things to think about there as well. And first off, we don't need to chair every meeting. We can allow other people and deliberately let people lead meetings. Give them that place. But likewise, if we're trying to put some learning in on a regular basis, let different people do it so that they can show that they are expert as well. And third, within this positional power bit, I actually think about if I need a one-to-one with someone, let me go to them. I won't beckon them into my big corner office power. It doesn't help them to challenge us. It merely enhances this hierarchical thing, making it harder. So that's three things. Four things, assign dissent. Actually deliberately choose people that will be the people who go and look for problems, who are given permission to be that dissenting voice. In the six thinking hats idea, the black hat that deliberately looks for problems. Fine. Don't just allow it, but plan it in. And then fifthly, it's about actually looking at our emotional self and thinking, am I making myself the kind of person who is open to feedback, to questions? Will I allow people to come and say things to me that I then take on board, that I listen to carefully, and maybe do something about? And that, I think, is the challenge for us. Are we receptive to questions? Do our people know it? Will they come to us? Let's have a look at ourselves.